Hey Leo, and the cat photobombs, you know it's time for the Leo reading. Happy January, Happy New Year, Leo. I am so excited to see you again and to read for you. I've missed you madly. I hope you've been very well. Ooh, all right. Looks like you're doing pretty well. Okay, they're ready to talk. So let's get right in, okay? All right, Leo. Leo, in January, Spirit, please let us know what Leo needs to know for their highest good. What's coming up this month, Spirit, for Leo? Influences, people, situations, thoughts. What is it that Leo needs to be aware of, always and only for their highest good? Always for their highest good. Leo, just a couple more. Leo in January 2019. I think that was your last card. Okay, let's see. Leo. Yep, got a couple of bonus cards. I never count when I'm shuffling. You know, I know the number of cards I need, but I never count. It's like when Spirit is like, cool, that's when I stop. So we needed a couple clarifiers, apparently. Spirit's got quite a story to tell you. And honestly, when I said that, they were like, no, what we mean is Leo has quite a story to tell. So let's jump in. Let's see what your story looks like. Ooh. Romantic. There's like a really lot of, wow. Okay, I said romantic, and then what do I set down in the future? Romance. Pretty cuppy. Pretty cuppy so far, Leo. Looking pretty good. Okay. Okay. Leo, this month, the first thing Spirit comes out of the gate with is you need to get really clear about what you're fighting for. What do you want? With so much love, what do you want? Because right now, it's a fertile time. No pun intended, but for those of you who are like, maybe looking to have children, looking pretty good. For those of you who are like, absolutely not, please no, just be extra careful. I'm just gonna say that. Okay. You have really beautiful cards for the very most part, but what is needed is focus. What's needed is clarity. Like, what do you want to have as tangible results for your actions? I'm feeling specifically some of you, it's like financial. It's, I have this idea, or I have this new job, this new opportunity, and I really want to like take what I have and parlay it into something more. This is a really exceptional month for that. Gosh, when I said romance, let's come back to that, okay? You come in at the center of your reading as the Knight of Cups. Now, I know, Leo, you're a fire sign, but you are also the sign that rules the heart, and the Knight of Cups is a very heartfelt character. It's someone who is offering something from their heart. Like, some of you might be making some love proclamations, or asking people out, or approaching that crush and seeing what's up. And to be honest with you, that looks pretty good to me. That, again, this Two of Cups sitting in your future says to me, there is something beginning. This is, okay, this is the part where I'm going to say, Leo, these are of course general readings. So some of you might be like, oh, I'm in a long-term relationship, or I'm happily married and I'm not looking for any kind of new anything. In your case, the Two of Cups can represent a resurgence of love. Like, getting to know each other all over again. And here's what Spirit is also saying is, it will always benefit you, and this goes for anybody, but it will always benefit you to know who you are and what you want, especially in relation to getting together with other people or improving your romantic relationship. There is something about somebody who knows themselves and loves themselves and like knows what they want that has a very attractive vibration. And I feel like this is a month where Spirit really wants you to zero in. It feels a little bit like some of you feel like I've been working, like the past few months is really what they're zeroing in on here for me. This is showing up in your past. This is, oh my God, like, am I ever going to be done? Am I ever going to get to the finish line? Well, January does look like you hit a finish line. A milestone is the word Spirit just used. So here's what I'm going to point out to you. Notice on the Ten of Wands, this guy is, you know, his back is bent. He does look like he's putting in quite an effort. We can see from the way the sun, his shadow is, that the sun is almost, you know, it's on its way to setting. But his destination is within sight. He'll probably make it home before dark. And so will you, Leo. Some of you are going to experience a career, like a tipping point is the word that they just used. And it's funny because, haha, point. This is sitting in the position of where you find yourself. And the Ace of Swords, Spirit just said, brilliant idea. Brilliant idea. Like clarity, honesty, and focus. Because again, what they were saying about like the last few months is it feels like some of you have been like, maybe literally putting in overtime, but whether it's literal or you've just been working on this project or working on this goal that you have, and you might be like, some of you might literally feel like I'm not any closer to where I was like when I started than where I was when I started, or, you know, I don't know if this is going anywhere. And for those of you that feel that way, that, you know, Spirit is really saying like, you've got to hone in and you got to zero in and make some choices and eliminate some choices, honestly. The Seven of Cups here is, it's the card of the dreamer. It's a beautiful card in a way because it speaks of your willingness to like think outside the box. It represents your willingness to set kind of high goals and be like, what do I want? But the thing is, Leo, you're the child of the zodiac, and sometimes you can be like, I want this and I want this and I want this and I want that and I want this. Like, and you know what? Great. Like, that's awesome. Keep your heart big and hopeful and curious. And I believe that some of these things are going to come to you. Now, when it comes to what you should be working on and putting your focus on, that really does need to get like right now it's kind of like, bleh, here's my energy. I kind of want to do this and I kind of want that and I kind of like this. And, you know, this seems cool too. And it's like, we really need to like bring it in. Really want to channel it because that's what's going to bring you progress. Spirit wants to give you a little bit of advice and a little bit of, just a slight bit of like admonition. Okay, Leo, you're a very positive, goal-oriented, like active soul. But when you start to feel overburdened, or you start to feel even worse, this is a big Leo thing, right? You start to feel that everything you've done for other people, maybe they're not showing you the gratitude that you feel that they should, or maybe you are like, wow, I'm really generous with everybody, like in every way that I can be, but when I'm feeling exhausted or when I need something, like, where is everybody? And that's not normal, you know, for you, Leo. Like, you're quite a generous soul, but there is that side to you that is like, I'm very generous, but I do expect you to say thank you and like acknowledge what I've done for you. So that way there's an energy exchange, and I understand. But I feel that in doing that, when you find yourself this month looking at like, who is not giving you enough, or like, where is my help when I need it, and da-da-da-da-da. Spirit is always speaking from love and never from judgment, okay? So please know that anything they say, whether it sounds like I said, like a little bit of an admonition or whatever, it's only because they love you, they want the best for you, and they're trying to show you something a little broader than like our human, like peephole level of what's really going on here. You need to shift back to gratitude every time you start to go there. I know it sounds strange, but you know, you're listening to a tarot reading on the internet, so we can get a little strange, right? When you feel tight in your heart, things tighten around you. most people don't even realize, Leo, how like psychically sensitive they are, but you know what it is to walk into a room and pick up a vibe off of somebody. And when you walk into, like, let's say work, or you walk into your home and the person you live with or your desk mate at work or whatever is like, nah, like, and they're just hating life, and, you know, and again, like, no judgment, but being around that kind of energy, like, you tighten up. And when that happens, I want you to default back to gratitude. Always default back to gratitude. Like, some things are worth fighting for. Okay? Some things are worth fighting for, but I don't think you need to be fighting for anybody's recognition or acknowledgement of like what you've been doing. It's actually time for you to step back, gain a little bit of perspective, and focus. Like, focus on what really matters. Focus is everything, you know, like, that's kind of the point of this card, is like, I don't know how well it's going to come through on the camera, but this guy, obviously, you know, trudging through a blizzard, that sucks. Like, in rags, that sucks. Like, I'm not trying to say, you know, it's all fine. Like, it's all fine if you're struggling for money, or it's all fine if you're feeling like, where is everybody when I'm looking for my blessings? Like, but here's the thing, is if you notice, he's doing kind of a side eye, like kind of a sneer, and in doing so, he's missing these gold coins scattered on the ground. The Five of Pentacles is very often about us feeling like nobody's helping me, or like there's no help available, when actually like there's help right around the corner. So keep your heart open. Keep your heart open. Specifically, there's like somebody who's delivering a kind of romantic, a romantic love. I feel for some of you, you have the card of like the past and reunions. So some of you might be getting a call or a visit, or maybe you're just really thinking about somebody from your past. An ex, a high school sweetheart. Hi, Kitty. Kitty is up here. I guess you can't see her yet. Hi, baby. She's like, oh, are we talking about sweethearts? I'm a sweetheart. Come say hi. Come say hi. Hi, Derpy. That's Derpy. Again, you know, it hasn't been a hi, baby. Thank you. Yes, thank you very much. Sorry, as I was saying, some of you, there is some kind of either reunion that you're thinking about having, or this person, what I'm kind of feeling is, if you're thinking about them, they're thinking about you too. So if that's just some validation you needed that you're not alone, it doesn't mean, okay, necessarily that you guys all need to get back together. Some of you, that might be a very worthwhile pursuit, and some of you know, oh God, that person ain't shit. You know what I mean? I'm just thinking about them because like I'm single right now and that person ain't shit. And that's fine, like let that go. But for those of you that maybe do have like a very significant relationship from your past that you've always kind of been like, I wonder if like maybe now, you know what I mean? Like maybe we've both grown and we could, there might be some of that for some of you. For others of you, it's something complete, like a new relationship or a resurgence of partnership. I'm going to come back to what I said in the beginning. What do you want, Leo? Some of you want a new job or a new income source. You're a pretty damn magical person, Leo. You've got a lot of power, and because the power is the heart, and you rule the heart. Like, we generate so much energy from here, more than our brain. Like, if you go look at like electromagnetic frequencies, i.e. auras or whatever, what we project and where we produce the most energy, it's here. So you got to feel it here. And that's why I say, if you start to tighten up and feel like this sucks and I lack this and this person is not here for me and da-da-da-da-da, and we start getting into like what we lack, which is very normal, very human, but it's not going to serve you. It's not going to multiply your resources the way being grateful for what you have is going to multiply your resources. Like always, that's money, that's love, that's gratitude, that's fun. It's everything. And listen, we all have something to be grateful for. I'm not saying that times never get tough, or that there aren't times when I throw up my hands and I'm just like, ugh, everything sucks. But I will tell you that when I start to feel like that, it's shitty. Like, I recognize that I'm telling myself a lie. Like, speaking for myself, it's like, I can breathe, and I can breathe freely. You know, there are people who are on oxygen machines. There are people who like have diseases or lung cancer and they have difficulty breathing. I can walk, I can talk, I can see, I can hear, you know, and if you're watching this video right now, you've got a lot going for you and a lot of resources available to you, free resources all over YouTube on like how to build this business or how to save money or how to quit this or that habit or how to get into a healthy relationship. Put your focus on what you want and not on what you don't want. And you are going to get this wide, way bigger perspective. There are blessings that want to like rain into your life. Wheel of Fortune. Progress and momentum and the ending of an old chapter and the beginning of a new one. I feel that a lot of you are embarking on a really exciting journey, a new path. You're going to be seeing new and I mean this in a good way. I was going to say like new challenges, new obstacles, and that's a good thing because that is a sign of a level up. That's a sign of I'm not staying in my comfort zone. I'm not like trying to hide what I want from the world. I'm actually really willing to open up my heart and at least starting off by acknowledging to yourself what it is that you want. You don't need to go shout it from the rooftops. But if it's hard for you to acknowledge like I'm lonely and I want a partner, or I don't like my job and I really want something else and I don't know how I'm going to get that, or whatever, be sweet and kind and open-hearted to yourself, and be brave. Be brave and willing to make like the offering or the overture or send the message. Some of you are sending the message, some of you are getting the message. That's just the nature of general readings, okay? If this were like a one-on-one, I would be able to tell you like, oh, somebody's gonna da-da-da-da-da. But in this case, it could be either side of the coin, okay? But if you have been somebody that's like, if this has been rattling around in the back of your head, like I really like this person, I really want to say something, take this as a good sign that like work up your courage, take your time, figure out how you want to say it. But if you know that truly you want this and that it's worth the risk, like it's worth the risk of getting a no, it's just as worth it like to get a yes or a no because this is what's in my heart, go for it. Spirit, like universe, God, however you want to think of it, will admire and support your courage and that unconditional love. And I mean, again, that's whether you're going for romance or for something else. It's unconditional. Whether this book ever gets published, whether this person says yes or no to like my request for a date or an interview or whatever, like partnership of some kind, whether or not they say yes, I want to say this. That's the status you want to be in, okay? Like, I know who I am, I know what I want, and it's worth the emotional risk. Focus. If you know what you want, you can have it. I really feel that strongly for you. Begin. Aces. Multiple aces in the same reading is always like a wonderful sign of like a new era is being ushered in, okay? New opportunities abound. These are sitting both in positions that happen to be like what's affecting you or around you right now. Not even the future, like right now. So if you haven't experienced it yet, expect it really soon. And search your heart, search your feelings, Leo. Luke, Leo, search your feelings. What do you want to change? You can change it. Wheel of Fortune. Spin the wheel. Have a focus in mind and spin the wheel. Make your move, okay? Okay. All right. So now I want to do your Fiercely Focused spread. And for those of you who haven't been here before, my new Leos, this is just a spread I do at the end of every reading. Quick 5-card look at kind of the theme for your month and the action steps that Spirit wants you to take for your highest good, you know, for your best opportunities when it comes to money, health, you know, body, mind, soul, like all the 4 elements, okay? So we're going to start by looking at the theme for your month. Wow, okay, so Spirit just dropped the card onto the table, so I guess they're ready to go. Wow. Wow. Well, couldn't have said it better myself. So I'm just going to remind you real quick of this card from another deck showing up in your future. Whenever I see these 2 cards in the same spread, that really does speak very loudly that some of you, it's a love, like there's potential for marriage. And, you know, I don't mean you have to be traditionally married. I mean, nowadays we can think of that as like cohabitating or just having like a long-term, healthy, passionate relationship where both people this is important, Leo, where both people can be themselves. Okay, that's what Spirit just said, where both people can be themselves, and we don't unnerve or annoy each other by being different. We complement each other. The Lovers is also about choices. You know, yes, sometimes it speaks of love and romance, like I said, especially when we have the Knight of Cups, the Six of Cups, the Two of Cups, like definitely big romance themes for you this month. But the Lovers is also about a fucking super important, passionate opportunity and choice. Like, do I want this or do I want this? Ooh, this looks really good, but ooh, this looks really good too, and I can't have both. So I have to choose. So Spirit is really bringing you back to like, listen, it's not going to take your whole life. This is not like, oh, okay, so I'm focused on finances to the detriment of money or to the detriment of whatever else. No, there's a season for everything. And it's like, what is the season right now? What is your most passionate or pressing need? Go there. Like, make that choice. Walk down that path and see the beauty that is going to come from it, because the Lovers speaks of like I said, this is the kind of choice that changes your life and is like, are you married to yourself? Are you married to your mission? Are you married to your soul enough to do what it says you need to do, even if it's a little scary or unfamiliar? Go for it, Leo. You're a courageous sign. I trust you above many others in the zodiac to like go with the passionate impulse. But you don't want to run impulsively, okay? As much as I say impulse, I want you to trust the catalyst, but I want you to choose what you want to be activated about, like love or job or whatever. It's a really important month to get really, really clear about your vision for your life, what you desire to bring in, because Spirit is presenting gifts, okay? So have an idea in your mind. If this is the gift I want, please. I'll be grateful for whatever you had me, but what I would really love is this. Thanks. Okay. So speaking of receiving, let's look at the, okay then, I was going to say earthly aspect, which is money, work, resources of all kinds, so energy, effort, property, health. Beautiful. Beautiful. King of Pentacles. Remember, you had the Ace of Pentacles at the top of your story for the month. So this is telling you, take charge. This is also Spirit is saying a lot of you have a benefactor, somebody who is, I'm feeling like older and wiser. And when I say that, if they are not chronologically older than you, but there's somebody in your life who's kind of like well-established, maybe a little very down to earth, like very practical and pragmatic, and therefore sometimes the King of Pentacles can be even a little bit kind of conservative, traditional. There is somebody in your life who recognizes like the worth of your skills and your effort and your resources, and they can help you multiply them, okay? King of Pentacles really knows what they're doing with their money. So for those of you that it's like, that's what you want to work on and focus on, like I want to pay off these debts, or I want to save up more money, or I want to get this new job, go to the King of Pentacles person in your life that is like, they really have their shit together. And if I ask them, you know, how do you suggest I go about meeting my goals? This is the kind of person who loves to talk about that stuff. So I'm feeling Taurus, I'm feeling Capricorn. For whatever reason, I'm not feeling as much Virgo of the earth signs here, but some of you have like strong Taurus and Capricorn people in your life. Go to these people, work with these people, like seek their advice. Again, benefactor. So some of you, this might even be like a client, somebody who wants to just give you money for your expertise. I feel that could go beyond just the moment, because they really are saying benefactor. So it's like, yeah, maybe they get, you know, buy this one thing from you, or, you know, you provide them some sort of service or product, and then they go tell a bunch of people, and like, this is somebody that you really want to serve well and have in your corner. That's what I'm feeling. Okay. All right. So now let's look at your mind. Messages, thoughts, like what the swords. We're looking at conflicts. We're looking at changes. Okay. This is normal, Leo. Ooh, hello, cat. Leo, it's like whenever I say your name, she's like right here. Hi, babe. So this is about insecurity, Leo. This is about holding back for fear of like not not being enough, not having enough, like, and you have everything that you need. I don't want you to feel judged when I say the Eight of Swords is about holding back out of fear. Don't feel ashamed. We all go there. We all have stuff that's like, that's too big and beautiful for me. You know, again, whether that's a financial goal or a relationship goal or a creative, like, endeavor. On first glance, it might look like this lady is in terrible trouble. You know, bound and blindfolded, and, you know, there's these 8 swords, but if you take even a second glance, it's like, those are just bandages that she could kind of pretty much just shrug and they would drop to the ground, and she could lift off that blindfold, and there is a castle not far behind her where she could go seek some assistance and shelter. But right now she's too scared. It's like, what's out there is scarier than, like, I'm making the possibilities scarier than they are worthwhile, and they're worth it, Leo. It's actually the stuff that makes us feel like, oh my God, am I good enough for this? You want to push through this. You want to learn whatever you need to learn to help you feel armed to get through that, but don't get in your head. Don't get stuck in your head. That's why they're telling you get clear. Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is a wonderful, like, cure for that Eight of Swords feeling. It's like, well, how do I get there? Well, let me figure it out. Let me create a path for myself so I don't feel like I'm blindfolded and, you know, tied up. You know what I'm saying? My cat is being really cute. It's very hard to ignore her. But I have to, right? Okay. Okay. So step forward boldly, Leo. Now let's look at your elements. No. Been real cute until she starts to want to knock over the cards. Dems cats. Okay. Let's look at what's activating you, what's firing you up. Is it a creative idea? Is it a challenge? Is it inspiration? Spirit, what does Leo need to know in January 2019? January. Ooh. Beautiful. Boom shakalaka. Leo, you... Queen of Fire. So here's the part where I have to say that if that King and Queen has nothing to do, in my estimation, with gender in the tarot, and has a lot more to do with personality type. Queens are creators, where kings are conquerors. So you've got this King of Pentacles person who has really established themselves really well, for example, right? And they're the kind of person that's like, they make the rules and they have plenty of money and plenty of, like, good ideas and resources to keep making that money. You have an incredible reserve of warmth, wit, charisma, and creativity. You are a natural leader. Step up. What do you want? You can have it. Make your magic. Step up. Trust yourself. You need to give yourself some love and some appreciation, Leo. I know that you're known for, like, being vain and all that stuff, but really that's just... more than anything, that's bombast, right? When we meet somebody who's extremely vain, it's usually because there's a little bit of, like, maybe I lack a little confidence somewhere, so I'm really gonna, like, overcompensate over here. The Queen of Wands is warm and witty and wonderful. She attracts people to her very naturally just by being who she is. You know, she's the kind of person who walks into a room and lights it up. It's not just, oh, she has a beautiful smile or whatever, like, which is great. Yes, very often, yes, because she just sparkles. But it's about the fact that she is so comfortable in herself that she, like, that feeling is contagious, and other people around her feel, like, warm and witty and etc. because she makes them feel that way. And it's not a fake thing. Just like you, Leo, it's like your charm is not fake. It's very natural and, like, childlike, and you have this incredible ability to give people permission to, like, let their own inner child out, you know, like, to let their own creativity and their own unique kind of sparkle. Take the lead and trust your magic. That's what Spirit just said. Tune in for the first practical magic episode and see how you can make more magic, okay? Weekly content, Leo, it's happening! Okay. All right. So finally, let's take a look, a closer look, since Spirit was already giving us some pretty significant feelings cards, those cups. So what is it that you want to tell us, Spirit? Leo, in January 2019, in terms of love. Is it family? Is it a certain feeling? Is it friends? Is it romance? What do you want to tell Leo in January 2019, Spirit? Whoop. Wow. Beautiful. 10 of Cups. This is what people want to see when they come for a reading. Like, let me tell you, this is, you just built a hotel on Boardwalk, all right? Like, 10 of Cups represents overwhelming and long-lasting, enduring joy and love. It's like family, it's contentedness, it's safety. It's all the things that you want when you're in a loving family. You want it to be, you know, jovial, but also calm and secure. Like, this is enduring love. Some of you, that partner or that person that you meet, there is enormous potential. Like, you may even want to build a marriage and a family with this person. Again, I'm just going to hold up these three people. I'm sorry, like these three cards. These sets of people. We cannot, like, I cannot understate how significant this is in terms of love. So, some of you have a love story that is beautiful, that continues to endure, and for some of you, that love story is just about to begin. Either way, looks really beautiful to me. Looks like you're going to sail forward out of January with a new sense of love and a new sense of perspective. Like, oh, I know how to get where I'm trying to go now. Focus, okay? Make your magic. Love you, Leo. Thank you for being here. I really hope this is helpful for you, and thanks for coming back. I know I've been gone for a while, and it was for a good reason, I promise. And I got lots more stuff to show you, and I really want to say thank you for your faith in me. Thank you for listening. If you made it this far in the video, you were a true champ. Okay. Bye, Leo. See you next time.